Michael Wilkes. Sam Lacavera. And Gary Fair. Enjoy the show.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Browns Morning Brew. We got a hell of a show. Sam, I like that.
Root.
Today, we have a special show, guys. As you know, Kenny Mack from the Dawgs podcast is on with us. We're going to talk some Cleveland Browns, Buffalo Bills coming up. And it's going to be a rough one. The way I look at it, it's going to be rough, guys. You have to say it's going to be rough, right? At this point in the season, it's the whole season's been rough for the most part.
Yeah, you basically got the same team that showed up last week based on the injury report, and that wasn't fun for anyone. And I just hope to God they can get something out of Shedeur or give him some kind of semblance of an offensive line and a run game. But based on what we saw last week, I'm just waiting for that Myles Garrett record.
That's about all Cleveland has to look forward to at this moment. So, Ken, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I do contribute for the Dawgs podcast. We're talking about Barry Shuck. I actually get to write an article here and there for him as well, which is super fun. But I grew up across the lake from Cleveland. I was telling Sam before, I was listening to Power 108. And, man, when the Browns would win in 1985 with Bernie, oh, yeah, it's the Super Bowl. Like all those fun songs that would come along after a Browns win, man, that had me hooked, along with the Dog Pound, of course, man. Like that fanfare is amazing. And then I was also mentioning I did have a cousin that played in the CFL, so the Canadian Football League. He actually got signed by the Browns as, if you guys remember this, the replacement players. So the term was scab. And when the players crossed the line in 1987, I believe, all the players obviously got cut except for my cousin because his former offensive line coach was on the Browns. So that's where I really started watching the Cleveland Browns. And you guys know that 85 to 89 run was unbelievable. And that's what's pretty much carrying most of us Browns fans to this day. Like we've had chances to hang out with Eric Metcalf and Kevin Mack and all this kind of stuff. And I brought all that fanfare. Let's go to 2019. I had my own chapter backed by the Cleveland Browns in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. We get about 10 to 20 people, sometimes 30 up to 50 if it's the playoffs, at Mulligan's Golf Bar. And in doing that, I actually got on their leadership council. So there's 360 plus chapters across the world. And me and 9 other people, we oversee all those chapters, and I'm chairing that council this year. Next year, I have a kind of a dummy steward year, and then I've been done my 4 years, and then I just go back and just try and hang out with you guys, the Dogs, whoever I can, till maybe I may do it again down the road. We'll see.
So what does that entail, having that position in leadership?
Yeah, so we oversee the chapters. So say Gary wants to start a chapter up in Avon, and we would, number one, make sure there's not another chapter within 10 miles. And then we would help Gary basically get it going from the standpoint of how to attract people to come to your viewing party location. So whatever bar you pick, we'd probably give you some ideas on how to pick, or maybe what kind of owner you're looking for. Then from that standpoint is all about what Gary wants to do. Does he just want to show up? Does he want to do raffles? Does he want to support a local charity? Does he want to support the Cleveland Browns Foundation? And the Browns will back you. They will give you one autographed item a year. They give you a holiday gift, and they give you a seasonal kit as well. So I have, I think, 50 members registered with them. I've got about 150 online in my Facebook group, and the Browns send me a seasonal kit that has about 10 items of 5 different things. So like sunglasses and like decals for your car, like small little things like that. And then after that, you would just, if you had some kind of issue with a member or something like that, because we all have a couple pints during the game, maybe something went awry with that, and we would just kind of coach you through it and that kind of thing. But we're basically just there to help support the Browns in a positive light, which has been trying in the last 2 years.
Yeah, unfortunately, the one thing they don't deliver you is a Super Bowl.
Yeah. And I can tell you, man, there's some awesome presidents out there. We were with Jess from Seattle last night. She was in town for the game, and we got a bunch of other guys coming in town. I'm going to hang out with the Pelee Island Browns backers on Sunday morning, and it's just a great community to be a part of. I mean, I just keep coming back for the Browns fans. I love hanging with these guys.
Yeah, and they're everywhere. That's worldwide. I mean, it's everywhere. And I like your story, man, because it reached you across Lake Erie, from a radio station from Cleveland, which is super dope. And then you kind of getting into it, and now what you're doing now, you're spreading it. Even though we have tough sledding all the time, it seems like. But with you, Kenny, too, I did get to grow up in that era of actually watching some good Browns football. That's what you said. It keeps us motivated for, hey, let's get back to that. This is our year. Like our cliche is, we'll try again next year. So, but it's a cool story to hear that. And also with your, you said your cousin playing actually for the Browns as like the replacements. So that's pretty dope too, man. Awesome.
Yeah, man. It's been a great ride with the Browns. I've had a blast. And again, it's meeting all the different fans, and it's across the world. Like we have chapters in Germany. We have a chapter in Israel. I think we have 2 in Israel now, actually. And we have Australia. I think it's Germany or Australia, other than Canada, has the most, like 4 or 5 chapters. Obviously, we have one in Hawaii. If you guys are down in Hawaii, Lee will give you a great time. You got to go see his bar. It's unreal. The Toronto Browns backers have been there several times. They're a blast. Las Vegas, like the Sin City Dog Pound, man, they're a great time.
Yeah, I actually got the on Facebook. I follow the Hawaii Browns backers. I check them out every once in a while. I think that's just, they're so out there isolated, and they're down there rooting for us.
Yeah.
While you're here, try to get a hold of the Tuscarawas boys, Tuscarawas Browns backers, Jason and Rich.
Really cool guys, man.
So Rich, I got on my phone. I talk to him maybe once a month. He is doing a hell of a job with his chapter. He should apply for chapter of the year. That's one thing that we do. We also celebrate that, and he'd be a great nomination as amongst many other chapters across North America and the world. And just a reason to celebrate our Browns fandom.
Absolutely. So the real reason we have you on, Kenny, is to talk, obviously, Browns. The Browns backers groups are cool, and that just shows that our fan base is probably one of the best. I would say top 3. But what I want to know is, what do you think of the last couple of years, what's going on right now, and what is possibly going to happen in the future here?
Yeah, it's a tough thing to talk about, and one of the connections I obviously made is through the Dawgs podcast, and similar to you guys got to come in here and say the same thing every week. I think it's really tough to go through the last couple of years, like Sam was putting it together. If we don't win another game, it's 6 wins in the last 2 years, like. If you get into looking into this season, and I sold myself, I'm a salesman for some of the stuff that I do, and I sold myself on this season. Now I sold myself at 8-9 on this season, but we came into this year with a lot of what ifs. So you come in, you go, well, if the line is what they were 2 years ago, and if Tillman becomes the receiver we saw in that stretch, and maybe you told yourself if JOK comes back, and if we get the Joe Flacco that we had in that 6-game series, we could be 9-8. We could maybe contend for something. And you look at the way that the season went, the defense was kind of where we thought they were, but their run defense isn't good. And they the state of the offense is just very concerning. That even selling myself, you would think that this would be good because we were in the preseason. Okay, who was all the guys catching the ball? Like that offense, starting offense that we got on day one, they should have been getting all the snaps in the preseason. I don't know what they were saving anything for, but we saw Gage Larvadan. We saw Luke, what was his last name? Floria. And all those guys balling out, I guess you can say, in the preseason. Nothing translated over, which it rarely does, but it was really tough. And then moving forward, man, I'm grateful to Stefanski for the 2 winning seasons that he had, but I mean, he's going to be ending his 6th season. We've had 4 losing seasons from him. And I think it would just be unprecedented to keep a guy that had 6 wins in the last 2 years. Like nobody does that unless you're being saddled with this Deshaun Watson contract. And Jimmy's just going, you are writing out your contract with this guy because we're stuck with him. You know,
Kenny, I'm like, one of the things though is like, as a Browns fan, is I'm tired of like, I appreciate your outlook there, right? But I kind of feel like we have this loser mentality where we go, hey, I appreciate and I'm thankful for 2 winning seasons out of 6 seasons. And it's just, I'm tired of that outlook. I'm tired of, this isn't a team that's like free. You know what I mean? This is something that when you go out to these games, you pay a lot of money to go out to these games. They take up a lot of time on my Sundays. They've taken up a lot of my passion for a lot of these years. You know what I mean? We spend a lot of money on merchandise. I'm tired of being thankful for these little crumbs that we get from the Browns. So like having a winning season 33% of the time I'm not even thankful for.
Man, that's a fair point. And I got a member that he always says, man, we spend a lot of time watching crappy football, and it sucks on the standpoint of, we got Stefanski in, and even with the last winning season, we thought, okay, like there's some good to this team, but now look where we are. We're back to that team that has played 3 quarterbacks, that has no offensive identity, that has a little bit of defense. And it's just the same old. And we've cleared out owners, we've cleared out coaching staffs, we've cleared out regimes, and we got the same thing that's happening over and over again. And it's like, how do you get out of that?
What now? How did you get here? And it's just, and you keep looking, and we keep running these diagnostic, a lot of these like shows, whether you're listening to talk radio or you're watching podcasts, we keep running these diagnostics on the team where you're looking at what has happened. How did we get here? Right. What happened? And everybody has an opinion, but it's just, you can't, nobody can figure it out. There's not a curse, right? That's not a real thing. But Sam, I know, see Sam making the face, but it can't be a real thing. But it's, why can't this team, why can't they do it? I mean, is it, and I know that like you have a relationship with the Browns, so you probably cannot make a comment on what I'm about to say here, but is it, do we have an owner here that thinks he's Jones in Dallas, that he, is he meddling? And if he's meddling, here's the thing is that like we have, as far as ownership here with the Browns, you had Modell, who pretty much ostracized every legend the Browns have ever had while he owned the team and then moved him. Then you had Lerner, who helped move the team so that he could have him. Then he died. Yeah. Who left the team to his son, who was an absentee owner. Yeah. And then the guy that took over the team has his hands in everything, is a meddling owner. So you're talking, we've had 60 years of bad ownership here. Yeah. And if that's the case, then nothing that we say or do here is going to change anything.
Yeah. Yeah. And it or he grows up or whatever it is. I've met Jimmy Haslam. He was super courteous and nice, but I mean, as far as like what he actually does compared to what Jerry Jones does, not really certain on that. But I mean, if anything can tell you the way the whole Deshaun Watson thing went down, he left and it was like a sigh of relief for me. I'm like, oh, I don't have to deal with this, right? But there's only one person that can sign off on a fully guaranteed contract, and that would be the owner. I know Barry's got a lot to say, but that's Jimmy's money, and he had to have made a change to get that thing done.
No, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on that. And we keep seeing that too. I mean, because I have always said it too, and you said it just now, Kenny. It is his money. So at the end of the day, you know, he ain't gonna write a check for something that he ain't feeling. You know,
Exactly.
especially in those large denominations of money. You know, unfortunately for us, the Deshaun Watson thing just went the way it went. You know,
and there's no way in a million years I would have told you like this went as bad as it did, you know. And like Deshaun Watson came out and there was a little bit of like, if you really read into it, I can't remember who his coach was, but he was feeding him plays. And I just this went as bad as it possibly could have in the most Browns' fashion at all. Like he hasn't even played. He's like Jack Conklin. He's like all these other guys that we've signed to big deals. And I mean, you can't help injury. It happens in this league, but how do we get all these injured guys? Like hell, we're going to watch a team tomorrow that can only start one starter on their offensive line from the beginning of the year. DeJuan Jones is a hell of a specimen as far as football is concerned, but man, what does he play? 6 games a year?
well, he's glass.
Like
He's like glass. You know, he's so big. I think he's just injury prone. I mean, same thing with David Njoku. He's built like he's built out, you know, and I watched David Njoku's off-season workouts he does. He stays in shape, but it seems like, I hate to take it away from him, but I call it as I see it. He gets hit. He does take a pounding. And I think guys really want to put it. I mean, he's a bigger guy, so you're a bigger target. You're going to get hit more. It's harder to, when you're that size, to, you know, fetal position or protect yourself. You're just going to take that because it's your size. So, you know, David went out with the knee, and I heard one of the when he caught that catch and it hit his knee again, I knew right away. I'm like, dang, he aggravated that knee again. And I heard one of the Bears guys, I don't know which one, but you could hear it on the mic. Get up, big boy. Get up, big boy. You know, so they know, like, hey, man, we get this dude, hit him up, he's going to be out the game, you know, and you're going to take that away. So it's like these other teams are already feeling like they're about to feast every time they see us, man. And it's just so depressing, man. It really is. It's just tough.
I mean, by halftime tomorrow, I'm sure it's going to be all Bills fans. Like it's, you know,
which is weird though. But even when the Browns are good though, it's usually all Bills fans in there though.
Yeah,
they
travel well.
Yeah, they travel well. And then there's usually a couple of fights by halftime too. Bills fans getting beat up.
Yeah, as far as Kenny, because you touched on Deshaun Watson, and I've said it here before on the show, like of every so he had the suspension he had to deal with, and we get the guy back. Of all the years that we've had him so far, I call it as this. Not particularly sure what year it was, but he had one half of football that looked good when he came back and we got the Ravens. Other than that, I ain't seen nothing. We haven't seen nothing. I mean, and last year it just seemed like, I don't know, I don't know if it was the design plays and the way they were running the offense that wasn't gelling for him, or the line wasn't working. Because I was not a big fan of him coming here in the first place. I think when you bring baggage, you're looking for problems, you know. So I really didn't like the deal to begin with. But once he's here, it's, hey man, that's who we got. You know, so I try to always support all our players, you know, and it's just been, it's been tough, and it's fatiguing. It's very fatiguing.
I get it. I don't know what you do with the guy. I mean, you keep Shador, you keep him, you got to keep him. You can't cut him. He's just worth too much money against the cap, or you're going to just field the same team as this year.
I think you got to try to get some of that bang for the buck, man. You keep them and you try to help them bridge right now.
Well, we got him for one more year. The money's already spent. We're paying this guy till like 2028. So we're kind of stuck.
I'm really fickle with Jerry Jeudy right now, or as I call him, Jerry Duty. Yeah. He's playing like Jerry Duty.
He's a tough watch, man.
We got one more year with them, and I think it's, I don't know what the number is, 17 million, 12 million, and we're stuck with that. And the only way you could probably do is get rid of them, is trade them. But who in their right mind is going to go, hey, you know what? Let's get Jerry Jeudy and we'll pull his contract with us. Nobody.
Yeah,
we did it with Denver. He dropped passes in Denver.
Yeah. If you're looking for a guy, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it. If you're looking for a guy on your team next year that you go, you know what, we're not gonna be good this year. We really got a tank. What are we gonna do? Go get Jerry Jeudy. That's the only way he's gonna get picked up. That's it.
Yeah, nobody's going to want a $17 million third receiver, right? So
that was like another thing, man. I'm like, we had the Watson thing. I got to watch this Jeudy thing. Like I said, it's fatiguing, man. It's very fatiguing.
Before we let you go, Kenny, first of all, I want to thank you for joining us today. This is awesome. We'll definitely do this again.
For sure.
But what do you think about the quarterback situation right now? Shedeur Sanders being here. I said 4 games was enough of Dylan Gabriel. We see Shedeur Sanders. Now there's 3 games left. The draft is coming up faster than we think. It's going to be here before we know it.
So if you look at last week, I think the offense had about an 8% success rate on offense being any good, period. Right now, to get any kind of evaluation from Shedeur, if it continues as it did against the Bears, is almost going to be impossible. The one thing that he does that I don't see rookies do, he's got a great deep ball, and he's making small incremental improvements on a pretty piss poor offense. And the biggest thing is if you look against the last preseason game, he looked terrible. And that presented itself again against the Ravens, right? Now, we understand that he hasn't got much practice. He actually got a full week of practice, and he actually stayed in the pocket and did some stuff that he was supposed to do. Still rolled out a little bit. He really missed a lot of intermediate passes against the Raiders. And then he kind of went down a little bit against the 49ers. But the one thing he did against the 49ers that he moved up, I thought, a bit, or in an incremental step, was he stepped up in the pocket and delivered the ball, and he got some more intermediate passes. Then he had a hell of a game. He tried to put the team on his shoulders and win that game against the Titans. Then he had another setback. But you got to remember, he's a rookie. He's going to make dumb decisions. And when you give an effort on offense like you did last week, he can't be held accountable for that. If it's Dylan or whoever it is, like Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen couldn't play behind that line last week. So I would give him the rest and I would build around him, because you're never going to develop a quarterback if you don't have weapons. And we don't have any right now. Our best weapon, apparently, receiver wise, is Jeudy, and he basically can get a ball and give it to the damn corner to circumvent a touchdown.
Here, you put the ball right here in the chest.
And then it's the same with Quinshon Judkins. How do you evaluate him with the way that this guy gets a line to block for him? Like, this guy's getting hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage every single time. He can't set any semblance of a run game to just kind of loosen a defense for Shedeur. So build something around him, because I like the way he throws a screen ball. I like the way he throws a ball to the flats. He throws it to guys that are running in stride when his feet are set. You know, and if you take a look at Josh Allen, he was god-awful in his first 6 games, but he had that physical ability to run the ball. And you did see that a little bit more last week and the previous week, where Shedeur was using his feet more. He optioned to kind of roll away and then roll right up the middle for some good yards. So he's learning, but you got to give these guys a year. Like, you guys even saw Peyton Manning's first year. It's a different game. I get it. But his first year, God, he had more interceptions than touchdowns. He looked awful. And then you put more weapons in an offensive line around a guy and you can develop him. So I would, based on his salary and what's being stuck with Deshaun Watson, I would keep and build around him. And then if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But at least you got some weapons to throw to.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that going into this season, I already knew we had problems with weapons, and Jenkins is showing. I mean, he's been struggling, barely averaging over 2 yards the last few games. But I mean, it all stems from the line because Genty is a great running back. I still think Genty, but look at the Raiders line. He ain't getting nothing. He's getting stuffed every time. You have to have a line to help the running back. And then, like you said, you get the running game going. It opens the passing game. Yeah. But everything works in conjunction. So you're not getting that. And so painfully we watch. C junction. C junction. So painfully we have to watch this again. We already kind of knew. And I was hoping, like you said, you're hitting on everything too. Wow, Tillman. I was hoping to see a turnaround season for him. He was due. I like Tillman. He's a bigger target. I like that.
Just fragile.
Yeah. Well,
guys, how fragile has our kick return game? Like, look at JoJo Nats and blows his Achilles out, or he gets some kind of big injury. Then we just can't get a return guy. Who was the other guy? It was not Grant. What was the other return guy that we had? And like we got him from Miami. His name escapes me, but 2 years in a row, the guy like blows his patella tendon out. Then he has an Achilles tear. Like we just can't get a return game going either. Like it's since Josh Cribbs, and again, I know Gary's going to hate this. It's like we're cursed. You know what I mean? And I know it's not real, but it does feel like it.
Oh, it's real in Cleveland.
It sure does feel real. It's always felt real to me. My thing is, I hope, man, there's a lot that has to happen, but we are building a new dome, and a lot of people are like, well, we're going to pay all this money and build this new dome and you still got a crappy team. I'm a firm believer in sometimes a change of scenery is great. It works for players. It could work for a team. That's where I'm at. That's where we're at so much right now. It's just like hopes. Like if we get off the cursed land and we go to Brook Park and we build a dome,
the best thing we can do is take a stick of dynamite to the factory of sadness.
Like the old Acme products from the old Warner Brothers cartoons with the bomb. Yeah. Boom.
Well, I'm gonna hand on. Just see you later, man.
Yeah, all right.
Boom.
Well, they're talking about putting in that space. They just like laid out plans. They're talking about putting like a 10,000 seat, I think, like amphitheater out there for concerts.
Yeah, that'd be
and
cool.
I'm just wondering if like every concert's going to suck there.
Probably.
It's like you can't get the sound right or anything.
Yeah, right. Guitar player keeps breaking a string. Something wrong here.
Every band breaks up when they play Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went and seen the Stones there, man. I checked them out in in California. I seen them in Cleveland. They were not good. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. That's fun.
Yes. Kenny, I really want to thank you for joining us today, man. We will definitely do this again. We're going to have lots of off-season talk. We'd love to have you on again if you're down for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until then, man, go Browns.
Go Browns, man.
Go off season. I can't wait till the season's done and let's go and do it all up again and see who's right and who's wrong when they pick and make their free agents and whatever.
Hey, Kenny, before we go, can we get a dog check? Dog check.
Dog check.
Hey, Kenny, it was good talking with you. It's nice to meet you. Wishing you and yours a good Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And like we said, man,
happy holiday, fellas.
Safe travels.
Score prediction.
Safe travels getting back up north, my friend.
I think they're gonna put a 40 burger on us if we don't stop James Cook tomorrow. It's just gonna be death by 1,000 paper cuts. Or actually, you know what? They'll eat up a little bit. It'll be 35-10. They'll eat the clock up a bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Browns are gonna eat their own poop tomorrow. Got it.
Yeah.
The morning
just dump. Miles, give me 2 sacks. That's all I want. That's all I'm asking.
That's it.
Man, I want them to tie. This is what I want because this is just who I am. I want that tie. Okay, I want him to half sack on Josh, but I really want him to break that sack record against Pittsburgh. That's just who I am. That's what I want, man. That's what I want for Christmas. For
Yeah, I can
Christmas,
handle
all I
that.
want is one more win, so we have one more than we had the last season. Okay, all I want for Christmas is one more win and Miles to break that sack record in Pittsburgh. And I hope
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers goes out, so they got to bring in our boy porn star stash. Help me out here, fellas. Backup quarterback
Mason
Mason
Rudolph?
Rudolph.
Oh,
Please.
Flat to the face.
That's all I want for Christmas, man. Very simple. Very simple. That'd be great. That'd be great.
All right, Kenny, man. I might see you at the game tomorrow. I might not, but if I do, I will call you and let you know what's up, and we'll meet up.
Yeah.
And
I'll be looking for another coat today. That's what I'll be doing.
yeah, it's not supposed to be super bad tomorrow, so we will see. But again, man, thank you for joining us. I will keep in contact with you, and we'll definitely do this again.
Right on.
Merry
Peace.
Christmas, brother. I will talk to you soon.
Yeah, right on, boys. Take care. Happy holidays.
Hey,
Thank you as well.
Happy holidays.
That was fun, guys. That was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Knowledgeable dude for sure. Definitely have him on again. But without further ado, the guy that's actually going to make me work this week, because I have to make a new intro now for the Saturday show. It's going to be awesome. Maybe we could use some of his music for the intro show. That'd be awesome. He was on the show last week, ladies and gentlemen. He is now a part of the Browns Morning Brew family. Everybody give a huge round of applause to Logan Bruce.
Logan.
What's up, guys?
What's happening?
What is up, Logan?
Not much, man. I'm excited.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, right when I got off last week or the show ended, I walked out of the room and I was like, man, that's what I've been missing in my life. Is just something like some dedicated time, like an hour out of each week to just talk about the Browns. And I think Mike, you texted me like a couple minutes later and threw it out there, like maybe to join full time. So yeah, I'm excited to be on.
Cool, man.
Thank you for being on. This is awesome. So if you guys don't know, you guys can check out Logan Bruce Music. I actually listened to some of your stuff last night while I was shamefully writing down Browns notes.
Yeah.
And it was a song you wrote in 2020. I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head, but it was good.
Thank you.
There was
Yeah,
a bunch
there's yeah, I don't know what it was, but it was good.
it was good.
I wrote it sometime. I listened to it. It was okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
In Our Dreams.
Oh, In Our Dreams. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that one actually is we won't have to get too into it, but just about a friend of ours that we lost. He was a big Browns fan. So, and in my dreams, I wish the Browns would be good. So
that's why it was one of my favorites. We all have dreams.
Yeah.
Oh man. But that was interesting.
Yeah, you had a lot of insight there.
Yeah, I did. Man, it was a brutal night last night. A brutal week for me, to be honest. But I'm not going to get into that.
It's only going to get worse.
Yeah, but we'll get into what's probably going to be a brutal game tomorrow. We got the Browns versus the Bills. They're here visiting us, Huntington Bank Stadium. There is a lot of history here between the Browns versus the Bills. It's called it Lake Effect football. It's the land versus the Mafia. We can go a little bit into the history between the two teams here. The Bills defeated the Browns. So most recently, you guys remember the Snow Bowl game a couple years ago where they had to move the game to Ford Field because of the blizzard that was there?
Mm-hmm.
So the Bills defeated the Browns 31-23 in November 22, where they famously moved that game to Ford Field.
I also remember the Bills. I'm pretty sure it was the Bills. It was a snow game, probably about 8 years ago, maybe. And it was Phil Dawson. It was a field goal game, field goal fest. One thing that stands out to me, I always remember as a kid watching it because I watched the game live, was the 1989 divisional game, AFC divisional game, when Don Beebe, wide receiver from Buffalo, caught a pass and he got upended hard by Felix, Mr. Monday Night Right, and he landed on his head like perfectly up and down, man, like kind of like how St. Brown was doing his little stand on the head thing, and you see Beebe just go bink, boonk, He did come back in the game, but I mean, I'll never forget that hit when I was watching as a kid, because that, football was football. They were laying guys out, man. But that play, I looked it up too, because I remember Don Beebe and that play in my mind. I'll always remember that. But I didn't even know it had a name. It's called the pogo stick play. And I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, I didn't even know it had a name. That's awesome. So
there's also
hats off, Mr. Felix, right?
There's also a very famous play during that game too, if you don't remember, and that's where Clay Matthews had the interception to win the game.
Yes,
right at the goal line.
Me of Clay Matthews now is Carson is bringing back shades of Clay for me. So go Schlesinger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it's that we got to go all the way back to the year before I was born, to talk about like the positive. Any positive Brown stories?
yeah. Luckily I was already coming of age, and I got
had a little taste of it at least.
I got to see some good games and success, but I also got to see the fumble and the drive, and that was tough. So
yes. And so
I remember going to school, and it was tough, man, because I'm a Browns fan, and I went to Cleveland Public Schools, and a lot of kids were not, just because we were so bad, but I always I would stick with the team I like. I'm not a bandwagon guy, and I would get it all the time. We would make little bets. I lost a lot of little chump change and some school lunches over these Browns back in the day, man. So, yeah, it's been tough.
So I'm curious, do you guys have on the looking at the notes, I know there's like some camaraderie between Browns fans, Bills fans, even Lions fans. Do we own the series with the Bills? Do we know? We're winning, or we're ahead, I guess, in that series.
Yeah, since 1972, we've played them a total of 22 times, and we lead 12-10 in that series right now. Soon to be 12-11.
13-10.
This is not looking good. So
yeah, Gary, you look like you have something to say. Go.
No. I had a question for Sam. He said that field goal, the field goal fest. How long ago did you think that was?
I think I was trying to put numbers in, man, like 8 years ago.
Okay, so I just wanted to show how old you are. That was close to 16 years ago.
No
back
way.
in 2009, man. So that's what happens when you get old. Yeah, when you get old and you get all the grays in there, all the years, seem to go together.
You got that. Yeah, I was a whole nother 8 years off there, but you'll have that, man. Like, I make fun of myself all the time, man. I'm 1 foot in the bingo hall and one on Jello. What time is Jello? What time
hey, at least we know we can math on the bearded Browns, right?
Yep.
Man. After that game in 1989, though, do you guys know that the Bills completely shut us out in 1990, 42-0?
That doesn't surprise me.
That was so. I was 4 months old, and then that's what's happening.
You were like, Logan's probably like, we're the losers.
Yeah,
we're the losers.
Wow. So really, you're the curse.
It seems like it. I mean, yeah, I was born. They existed for 4 years, and they got rid of the team entirely. And then they came back, and this is what I've dealt with. Like we all have. This is I never even got to see any of the good years. Until Baker, instead of Baker, like the only good year I can remember is that Derek Anderson 2007, and we didn't even make the playoffs that year.
So what we really need is that venue to go up and have your band break up there is when this Browns curse ends.
Yeah, I need to have a concert there. Nobody shows up to it. I quit music entirely, and then that kind of just cleanses the ground of everything bad there.
50 Cent buys your first 5 rows.
Yeah, yeah. There's a documentary about me and the Browns both being awful.
That was your Browns versus Bills history, facts and stats. Brought to you by Bearded Bastards Barbecue Sauce, guys. Check them out. Use code Bearded15 for 15% off of your order. Man, some storylines here, guys, that we want to talk about, and this one's kind of depressing to me. And some things you just leave alone. Some things you bring back. I agree. This is one that you don't bring back, and that is the rumor of Bill Belichick coming back to Cleveland as the head coach next year.
So you guys think that I'm, I guess, young. His girlfriend is what, 24?
Mm-hmm.
like that. I don't know. Just I don't. Again, like he was the head coach when I was very young, so I know we had some good years, but it didn't end on the best terms. Could you imagine Belichick and Shador, like the media circus that would be around this team next year?
That's exactly what I said in the group chat.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Belichick was the one that got rid of Bernie and then Shador?
Yeah.
My thing is, why would he even want to? There's no desire to come back here. There's none. That guy is not coming here. There's no way. There's no reason for him to. You know, nobody wants. It's going to be tough. If we get rid of Stefanski, it's already going to be tough to try to pull in a good coach to come here anyway. It's going to be money talks and you know what walks. So there's no Bill Belichick is not coming back to Cleveland, man. There's no way. He's already been through that. You know, that's in the past.
Opens that checkbook, and
I don't know, man. I don't. Why would he? I don't know. Why would he want to come here and then kind of destroy?
I think it's a bad fit the whole way. Like I don't think he wants to be here. I don't think we want him here. And the way Haslam seems like he could be running the team, where he has his hands, not like Kenny said, like not Jerry Jones style, but he has his hands in some stuff.
He's marionetting. He's marionetting back there.
Right. It seems like Belichick he was a huge part of everything that the Patriots did. I don't know if that would necessarily work.
And I think too, it's telling when you look at like some of those rumors are saying that the only other team that's been talking about or to Belichick is the Falcons, and the Falcons were the team that we were bidding against with Watson.
Yeah.
So, if we're in that same boat here, I think that kind of tells you you can tell who you are by the company that you keep. And if that's the company that we're keeping is, we're in the same boat with the Falcons again, I don't know that necessarily that's where we want to be.
Not only that, he was 4-8 at North Carolina this year, guys. And the guy wants way more control over a team than any other coach in the NFL does right now, I believe. So that's why if he does come here, everything will be in shambles again. He did horrible after Tom Brady left. He's doing bad in Carolina right now. And Carolina actually wants to keep him. So,
Mike, you know who I got my eye on, man, but we'll say that for another show. I already got, man, I know who I want to, if we get rid of Stefanski, I'm going to save it, but
Sean Moore.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you guys are on the bottom of the show.
That would be the Browns. That would be the Browns' another Browns' thing to do in Browns history. Yeah, for sure. But I got a guy, man. I got a guy.
Who is it?
Not telling. I'm gonna save it for another show.
Okay, so let me ask you guys this then, because we've spent the last couple of weeks talking about replacements, and if you listen to a lot of like Browns media, they're talking about replacements. But Stefanski is still here, right? Mm-hmm. So is there anything that you think Stefanski can do in these last couple of weeks to save his job?
I'm gonna go first, and I'll keep it quick. I don't want him to. I'm done. Move on. Done. I don't want him to save his job. I don't want him to do nothing good. What is he going to do good? You won 3 last year. You won 3 games, and you're heading to look like you're going to win 3 games again this year. Kenny already hit on it. I've been hitting on it. The dude's not winning, and they say I'm so tired of hearing he hasn't had a quarterback to help him out. He needs to have the guy. No, I'm done. Because the reason why I'm done is it's your job as a coach, no matter what you got, to be competitive, to put players in positions to win games, and you don't do that. Your record shows that. Game over. Can't do no more Kevin. No more advocating. Done. Who's next?
It's such a low bar to set, but like the first thing I would even want to see is the team looks like they want to be there. Like the Chicago, that wouldn't be enough for him to keep his job. But it's like, I think if we won these last few games, like that would be the only way that it should even be considered. That being said, like I go back and forth, and I haven't watched every show. I went back and watched some of like the previous ones. I know we're all kind of split on the Stefanski thing. My question would be like, I don't think there's anything he can do to keep his job, but how many coaches would have succeeded the last couple of years with this team? Like that, I know it's
I don't care.
I know, brother. That's where it's kind of like we can't blame him, but the results are there. Like he's won 3 games like the last couple of years.
You still got to put together some type, even if you're losing, but we're losing at such a rate to where it's almost like it's astronomical. Why do you keep this guy with losing track record here for 6 seasons? He had, now I'm not going to take away the 2 seasons we had, 2020, 2023. I'm not doing that. But I even look at the coach of the year thing. It's a mirage. It's I'm going to call it what it is. He's got it. So how many more seasons do you give a guy to see if he's your guy? And you go out and get him a quarterback? You know, I don't want
patience with the quarterbacks. Like,
can't keep doing this, man. I can't keep doing this.
The problem though is that like you haven't really. The problem is like what quarterback have you haven't given him a quarterback that has been a quarterback that's like here and stayed here. You know what I mean? And so that goes, I think, to the next question: are Stefanski and Barry a package deal?
That depends. You know. My real quick, I would say the last draft has been Barry's best. Yeah. So maybe that would be my only reason why they go, hey, you know what? He hit on these rookies pretty good. These rookies are out there playing right now. They're playing pretty good. You know, we got, Carson Schwarzenegger out. He's looking like a Pro Bowler. You got Harold Fannin leading the team right now in receptions and yardage. So it's looking pretty good with that. That would be my only thing why they would,
But is Fannin leading the team in receptions because of your lack of ability to draft and develop a wide receiver over the last?
No, like I said, you've been here. No, you absolutely could be right with that, Gary. My thing is why the only reason why you would keep him, or why I'm not saying that's why you should keep him. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? That would be the only reasoning I could come up with why he would stay.
Mine's down, quick, easy. They know. Go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
I'm just saying, you get rid of Kevin Stefanski, you keep Andrew Berry. This whole franchise went on a whim, and we picked up Deshaun Watson. This franchise never has done that to the point where we've spent this kind of money on it. No franchise has ever spent that kind of money. What I'm saying is we took a leap of faith to go after an elite quarterback. We've never done that. Never. Not once.
I still it worked out again, like Kenny was saying, like about as badly as it could. I still respected the move, like not Watson as a person, but I respected like them trying to go out and get a guy and just saying, all right, screw it. We're going to throw like the opposite of what the Guardians would do. We're going to throw money at the problem and just bring in someone. I don't know.
The problem in lies is where Stefanski is such an idiot at times and says, we're running this offense my way. This is my way. I'm calling the shots. This is how we're doing this. You give him 0 receivers. He's injured all the time. You say, hey, you took 2 years off. You had your injury. You had all the court stuff going on. That was dumb in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But we did take that leap of faith, which I do appreciate. In the long run, you draft 2 quarterbacks this year. You finally get a first-round pick after the 3 years of losing first-round picks. Now you step up to the plate and you have a good draft. Now you have 2 number 1 picks coming up. Number 1 being wherever we fall with our record, and then number 2 being wherever the Jaguars fall with their record. Give it to Andrew Berry. Give him one more shot, but get rid of Stefanski. I am so over the.
Here's another thing. Here's another thing too, guys. We always talk about, Kevin didn't pick that guy. Kevin didn't pick that guy, but it sounded like Kevin really wanted Dillon Gabriel, and that came as a shock. Don't even tell me it didn't. When they said Dillon Gabriel, 3rd round, picked him up, didn't you guys go, what? And it's so now that's another asterisk for me against Kevin.
But then here's my question then. If Haslam picked Watson, right? And
the whole organization picked Watson.
They're saying it's Haslam. And Stefanski picked Gabriel, right? Then who is in there actually making these draft picks?
Hang on.
If it's not Barry, then it's not Barry.
You're leaving somebody out that's not here anymore. I'm sure he had a hand in all that too. Is Paul DePodesta. So now
Chad thinks he had nothing to do
that
with
he
it.
is gone, and then we'll see how this all plays out later after this season, and seeing how things move. I want to know that since that guy's not here, maybe I'm sure he had in air drums. He was sitting down with big fancy dinners with Jimmy and everybody. And I'm sure he had a big play in this, Gary. And not having him here anymore is probably going to be a blessing. I can't see how it would be a curse. Feel me?
Yeah. I think it's just, at this point, I think in our text chat or like in our group chat, I said something. It's like the chicken or the egg. Like, yeah, sure. Like the offense might be bad because we don't have the players, but maybe the players aren't as great because the head coach isn't doing well. But it sounds like we're kind of on the same page at like a little bit. That just I don't know if we draft these 2 rookies next year. Maybe one of them's Mendoza. Maybe we actually just get a receiver and a lineman. But how like do you walk into that locker room like after what happened in Chicago and probably the rest of the season? And like as Stefanski, the team's just won 3 games back-to-back years. Like how do you get that team motivated to win next season? Like it's just the morale is so low. It seems like there's the change needs to be made. Whether it's the right thing or not, it's just like something has to change.
You get over adversity. You bring in a Bill Cowher, and it's
like Dan Campbell,
dudes.
like to scream at people.
Yeah, exactly. I just said that yesterday too. Dan Campbell, I love that guy as a coach. Yeah. Unfortunately, he's not doing awesome right now. But you know what? That guy takes responsibility and makes a team come out the next week and play football, no matter the circumstances. They come out and play every week.
I'm gonna say it. Mike McCarthy, go out there, throw the kitchen sink at him. The guy's got a winning record. The guy's got winning playoffs. The guy is a quarterback guru. The guy develops quarterbacks. We can go down the line who he's been around and who he's helped out. Okay,
go down the line. Who has he developed?
He's had his hands on Aaron Rodgers. He's even been way back with Joe Montana. The guy's been around quarterbacks, bro. Okay. I had him written down, but there's a handful of quarterbacks this guy's been around. Dak Prescott.
Has he been around quarterbacks or has he developed them?
I'm sure
he's been around them. Yeah, I don't know if he's necessarily developed.
Every head coach has been around every one of their quarterbacks.
Yeah,
but he's developed them.
All right, so how do you decipher whether or not a head coach has or has not developed a quarterback?
Well, that's my question.
That's what I'm telling you. It's a chicken or the. Can we extend this show by 3 hours and try to get to the bottom of this?
Oh, we're gonna do this.
Like because we also hired 15 years ago. We hired Mike Holmgren, who was around Joe Montana and Steve Young and Brett Favre and
that's another one. He was Mike McCarthy, Brett Favre. Okay,
and what's his name? What's his name in Seattle?
Joe Montana, Rich Gannon, Gerback. I mean, Aaron Brooks. He's been around quarterbacks. I think he's had help making these guys good. I mean, why would he not? I mean, that's his job, dude. So, I mean, he was head coach. He was a quarterback's coach. I think if you're trying to get somebody to be around Sanders, I think that's your guy that can help him out.
I mean, if he walked into that locker room, like would have to be a different vibe. Like, okay, than it is with Stefanski. Like, okay, this dude's been there before. He won a Super Bowl in Green Bay, didn't he? Was he there when Rodgers won his?
Yeah, he's got a Super Bowl
championship. At least like he walks in the room and everybody just shuts up because he's been there before. Like Miles has been probably waiting for somebody like that's been there. And I mean, you'd have to at least be quiet and pay attention to what the heck he was saying.
I think he would be definitely somebody these guys would look and be respected.
That being said, the organization will ruin him.
Kevin does not have this locker room.
Yeah, but gone. Mike didn't have the. He didn't have the locker room in Dallas.
Says Jerry
Jones. But so he's going to do it. He's going to do it for Jerry Jones Light here in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's fair.
The difference, like at least in Dallas, everybody knows that Jerry Jones is the one in there calling the shots. Here in Cleveland, you got Jerry Jones Light here, and he's doing everything behind the scenes, and he's making everybody keep it a secret.
That's what at least Jerry, everybody knows. He tells the media that he's doing it. Like, everybody knows that Jerry's making he's the actual GM, isn't he? Like, does he have
he's the actual GM. Do you think you're going to have McCarthy coming in here and McCarthy's going to keep everything a secret for everybody? And like, he's the reason why you're hiring no name people here all the time is because Haslam can come in here and pay these guys and tell them to keep their mouths shut.
Yeah,
you could bring a Paul DePodesta in here from baseball because he's not from a football circle, and you can tell him to shut his mouth.
185 wins to 123 wins is all I need to know that guy's successful at being a head coach.
Which is why he won't come here.
That's a whole other situation.
But he seems like he's the guy that likes to develop quarterbacks. Maybe he's seeing this. Maybe he's seeing this circus, and a lot of guys don't want to be in it. But maybe he's like, you know what, Sanders over there. I see a prospect.
I'll come there, but we're not going to use Sanders, and
we're going to bridge him,
Mendoza,
and we're going to let him develop.
Yeah.
I that's who I'm riding with, man. I mean, throw the kitchen sink at the guy. Let's go. We need a.
I'll tell you right now, if you throw a kitchen sink at him, Sam, he's going to be like every other Browns head coach.
Yeah,
you don't know that. We keep bringing around these stiffs. That dude's not a stiff.
What if Pittsburgh, have you guys seen the Steelers fans? And I'm sorry if we're getting off track. I'm sure we are. But just like Pittsburgh is unhappy with Tomlin. Would that be an option, do you think? I
would bring Tomlin here in a heartbeat.
I like Tomlin. The Pittsburgh Steelers fans don't like Tomlin no more. But that's another thing, too. I don't think Mike Tomlin would want to come here.
I think him and Miles
I think McCarthy would, just for the simple fact that we got the Shador and we got the hype. He wants. I think that he would say, you know what? Let me bridge them out. Let me work with them. You're talking maybe another half season of probably having Watson in there. Unfortunately, he's on contract. You got to try to get some money out of him, and then go ahead and start working with Sanders. Win some games, more than 3 for the last 2 seasons. Kevin Stefanski, out of here.
Yeah, but when you talk about quarterbacks, so Tomlin hasn't developed a single quarterback.
I don't.
Everybody.
Then there's a reason why not to bring him here, right? Gary?
Here's what happened. Here's what happens. Okay, you lost Roethlisberger and you fell off the shelf. Kind of. Pittsburgh is used to winning. We're not. Yeah. Pittsburgh is used to winning, and they lose a game, they're going to freak out on their head coach. It's obvious. We've won 6 games in 2 years. We're freaking out. We have a legit reason. He's having a bad year with Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback at 41 years old. Bring him here, man. The dude's an offensive genius as well. I don't care what anybody says or disagrees with that.
He does always happen. He does. I'll agree with you there. He always has a way. He finds ways to win in ways that you look like when all the chips are stacked against them, they still come up with wins, man.
Angel calls it the Tomlin effect.
They want to run through a wall for him.
I tell you what, if Tomlin's here, Barry's gone.
Yeah.
Especially after what he said, after what he had to say about the Flacco trade, where he publicly called out Barry in a press conference. Nobody even asked him, and he just brought up Barry.
He's definitely not a fan.
He is not a fan of Andrew Barry.
Not a fan of Andrew Barry. No, sir.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that was great. That was great when he called him out. Yeah, we got to. Here we go off topic again. Everybody,
I don't know how you guys do this, man. Like I see the notes. I have them right here. I know we're supposed to be talking about the actual game that's happening tomorrow.
We're getting there.
I just get us off topic. Yeah, like what if our rival fires their head coach, and are we going to get rid of ours? Could we possibly hire that guy? And it's just like I end up talking about nothing.
Oh, we can do this for hours. We know it. We do it. We do it every Tuesday. We do it every Saturday now too. But next thing, guys, we're gonna move along. Will Myles Garrett break the sack record with Josh Allen this week or tomorrow? Allen has taken 2+ sacks, 9 of the last 14 games. Myles is at 21.5 right now going into this game. He needs 1 to tie it, 2 to break, or a half sack to break TJ Watt's 2021 record. And Watt did it in 15 games as well when he did it. So, and that record is also still tied with Michael Strahan. So, I think it's going to happen. Obviously, Myles is elite, and their offensive line is not horrible, but Myles always finds a way to get in there.
I think he at least ties it. Like he'll get 1. Allen can move kind of like Caleb Williams, and Myles still got there. He's so it's just crazy. Like they know that he is not our only good player, but like he's the one that they game plan for, and he still finds a way to get to the quarterback at least once a game.
Double and triple team. Yep.
You say he's a half sack away from tying. I'm looking at. I've seen some numbers that I thought that were good about this as we're talking about watching history unfold here. Miles, this season, he's had 437 pass rush snaps, and he's doing this. Michael Strahan that season, when he set that number, 22 and a half sacks on the season, he had 567 snaps to do it. TJ Watt needed 618 snaps to do it. Do the math, folks. The kid's a beast. You're talking, he's only had 437, and he's already putting up these sack numbers, you know? So hats off to Miles. I already said what I said. I'll say it one more time real quick. Get the half sack against Josh Allen. I want to see this record being broken in Pittsburgh. I want Aaron Rodgers to go out, and I want to see Mason Rudolph go down and history be made. Mark it down.
I want to see the half sacks. I want to see the full sack tied again in Pittsburgh against Aaron Rodgers and like have him hurt. So that's the last Aaron Rodgers play. and then I want to see Mason Rudolph come in. And I want to see him hurt Mason Rudolph for the record.
There you go.
Gary, look at your phone. I just
wishing for people to get injured. It's bad.
I just sent you a picture of a half sack. No, I'm kidding.
I looked too.
Dude, I was trying not to laugh when he said he just wants to never run. I was trying. Yeah.
Usually when he says look at your phone, it means like because I dropped the mic or like I'm screwing something up on the broadcast. I'm like, oh, what did I do this time? Is Angel mad at me?
I see Sam look too.
You got to zoom in a ton, but it's there.
I didn't turn on. I know better. I know better to be looking at my phone with you guys. You never know what you're gonna get. So I just I'm cheating over here with some other notes, but
and Logan's new to it, guys, so it's only gonna get better.
There you go.
Get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like Caleb Williams and Myles Garrett after they came up talking to each other, and Myles is like, I was trying to get at you to get that record. And he was like, dog, he goes, I didn't want it to be on me, man. You're a heck of a player. Yeah, I was trying to stay out the way, man. I didn't want it on me. So quarterbacks are probably out here. I would imagine Caleb Williams is thinking about it like, man, I don't want history to be made on me. And you know what I'm saying?
The left tackle turns and Jordan run when he let y'all do him to run.
That was great.
Yeah.
All right, so we got our Browns injuries this week, man. It's rough watching this happen weekly. A lot of injuries obviously last year, but they're starting to pile up at the end of this year, and their key players such as cornerback Denzel Ward out with the calf, tight end David Njoku out with his knee, offensive tackle Jack Conklin still in concussion protocol, linebacker Winston Reed with a back issue, running back Dylan Sampson with a hand injury, and quarterback Deshaun Watson with his Achilles. I put an asterisk in the notes by Deshaun Watson because I'm kind of used to not seeing him.
Yeah,
at
right.
all.
One next to Conklin too.
Yeah, I can tell you what, but this is a no-brainer. I mean, we've seen it when the warden's not on the field, we start having secondary problems. I mean, and Tyson Campbell has been a good acquisition here. That's a really good trade, by the way, Barry. Yeah, Andrew Barry. But yeah, we're running into problems, man. I think, and I mean, I'm going to go back to San Francisco when Malik Collins went down. It seems like we've been having more problems with this running game. We've been getting run on. And Buffalo, I think Buffalo's number one in putting rush yards up on opponents in the NFL right now. And with James Cook, because he's going to cook. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a big thing to watch out for. But Malik Collins going down, really, it seemed like the defensive front kind of, besides, it seems like they lost something. They obviously did in Malik because he was a big part of that. Mm-hmm. And them guys getting in there, and Mason's still doing Mason things. I think a lot of these get towards the end of the season, and I think a lot of these guys are banged up, and it's kind of showing through this, hard season.
Their head coach they're not motivated to get out there.
When you're winning games and you're banged up, you're like, hey man, I don't care. We got to get this. But when you're banged up and you're losing how we're losing, that's tough to go out there, man. It's gotta be, Mm-hmm. It's freezing cold that last game. Your bones are going to hurt more when you get hit. It's just got to be like depressing for these players.
Yeah. Questionable players are right guard Wyatt Teller out with a calf injury, defensive tackle Sam Kamara with an elbow injury. And It's going to be another rough one, guys. But my honest question to you guys before we get to the score predictions way at the bottom there, because we got a 4-hour show ahead of us. Could this be one of those games where the Browns have a huge, huge upset? We watched it happen with Green Bay. Could it happen here in Cleveland tomorrow?
I mean, it could. It's, they have that saying, any given Sunday, right? So even when NFL teams are bad, you got to remember there's still NFL teams. This is professional football. So really anything could happen. Could they upset them? Absolutely. Are they going to? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking with a few. I'm sorry, go ahead, Logan.
It feels like it's one of those games, like, I don't know, every game that we're supposed to lose, it's like that's the one that will win. That being said, the Bills are, I don't like, just knowing that I'm getting up early to probably go to I'm going to the game tomorrow, like, it's going to be a blowout.
The only way I see this game being turned around, and I never wish no injuries to nobody, ill will, but if like some key players for Buffalo go down, obviously, like let's say Josh Allen's down, something happens to him, James Cook. I mean, if something like that, one of their key weapons, I would say on the offense, not even the defense as much. If they go down, there's your chance. But like you said, Logan, too, we always win these games and we're not supposed to win sometimes.
I think, Judy, if we were to win this game, tomorrow after the game, if we somehow win, Jerry Jeudy had a big game. Like, I think that's the only way that it happens is like just this 150 yards, a touchdown or two. Like, he would have to go crazy.
And then they're going to find out later that he dipped himself in pine tar.
Yeah, he's sticky. Yeah,
stickums.
Yeah, Joshua says the only way we're winning if the Bills miss the bus. That's funny.
Shout out to the best YouTube name from Under Cheese, who's a Browns fan from the Cardiac Kids days.
I'm with you there from Munda. I'm old school.
So let's get into some game talk, guys. Last week Sanders had 177 yards passing, the 3 picks, one obviously Jerry Jeudy's fault. The other 2 were just easy picks. A 30.3 rate. Can he improve this week? The Bills' pass defense last week held May to 155 yards and a pick with a 62.8 rate, and that's a low for Drake May this season, which Drake May has been pretty damn good this year. Obviously, they're ahead right now in the AFC East by one game against the Bills. So the Bills are coming here.
So they have something to play for.
Yes.
No, it's not going to be good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the Patriots put the dump on us when we played them. They put up 32 on us, man. And I'm kind of seeing like a reflection in the mirror with what these teams done, even like how we just got annihilated by the Bears. And you're going to be playing a team that's trying to get, higher seated in the playoffs coming up in the Bills. So, I mean, this is not going to be good. I said the only way we're going to have a glimpse of hope is if, one of these main characters for the Bills goes down. Josh Allen goes down.
We like support our Lake Erie brothers over there in Buffalo. We want them to, after this game, do well.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike. So the question is, like, do we think Shador is going to do better?
Yeah, essentially. Could it be better? And I'll tell you why. The Bills gave up 31 points back-to-back weeks. Not like we could really score that many, but the rushing defense gave up 246 yards at 9.8 yards per carry, 4 touchdowns. Can Quinshot Junkins have a game compared to last week's 12 attempts for 21 yards on 2 yards a carry? Do you guys know who the Patriots running back is?
Travion Henderson. Is that
Emmitt Smith?
Talking to some Buckeye fans here. Is that we wanted Travion over Judkins? Is that the?
No, I did not. I am glad that we actually got Judkins.
I actually did. Okay, but I'm not upset at Junkins, man. I'm going to go back to it, guys. We had a backup line in there besides Petonio last week. We didn't even know if he was going to be on the field to game time. It seemed like anyway he was questionable. This line is not making holes for guys to get through. And then you want to talk about when a guy gets hit on contact, what are his yards after that? Well, if you're not opening lanes and he's getting hit all the time, what do you think is going to happen to running back?
I mean, isn't Judkins like 5th in the league in yards after contact?
I believe so. He was doing really great.
Something like that.
And he already missed like 3 or 4 games in the beginning of the season. And he was already on his way to 1,000-yard season. But this line is not there.
Yeah. So if you're one of the top guys in the league in yards after contact, and then your yards per carry are that low, the issue is not you. The issue is that you are getting hit too early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like Ashton Ganty, like you were saying, Sam, in LA or in Vegas. But there's not really much that he can do. And if the pass game's not there, it was 0 degrees last week too. Just like we were never going to be able to throw that game. So it's pretty obvious what we have to do, which is run. You just load the box up.
Jeffrey Champion, 1149. I'm going to have that little roast towards the end of the show if y'all don't mind.
And Joshua, it is my wife's birthday tomorrow, so I most likely will not be on after the game, but somebody might be.
Yeah, the highlight of Gary's Sunday after the Browns loss.
Oh, happy tomorrow birthday for your wife there, Gary.
Thank you very much. She'll be 21.
What's up?
All right, Belichick.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Logan beat me too. I'm gonna say I thought your last name wasn't Belichick, man.
Wait a minute. I got a question. How long you been married? Felony.
Oh, don't! Why'd you put him on?
Damn it. Yeah, why'd you do that, buddy?
Wow. And you still said buddy at the end of that, Mike. Yeah, man, you're a real piece of work, Mike.
I didn't say buddy.
Mike.
I said felony.
No, Gary said buddy. Why would hey buddy, why would you do that? He still calls you buddy.
You know what year you got married, right? Was it just a pause because you were trying to do the math?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out a way out of this.
Oh man.
Well, happy birthday to the missus, man.
Thank you.
Yes, happy birthday.
I almost hope the Browns lose because I'm already halfway through my next parody song. I was telling Mike that yesterday when he called me. I was like, we're playing the Bills. I'm gonna start writing this one before the game even starts.
Getting ahead of it, man.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, Logan, if for some reason we do win a few games here, man, we have to have a positive song too because I want to see. I want to see the spin on it, man. You got to have the yin with the yang. You already know that.
He's had the positive song in the can for 4 seasons. He hasn't had a chance to release it.
It's Higher by Creed, and I just never been able to
That's hilarious.
Yeah. The Browns make me a liar.
Or Stefanski got fired. That would fit perfect right there. I'll think that one. Yeah.
Kevin Stefanski got fired.
The Browns made me a crier.
It's too easy. You can't do positive ones. It's just they got to all be sad.
Yeah. They do have to be sad.
Let me see. Sheet X Real here says, we need that early season Browns. You just posted it up there. Defense, get some turnovers, sacks, stop the run, put the offense in a great field position, and pray that the special teams does not cost us. For sure. This special teams has to go right. This special teams, we did a show at the Moose, Mike, Gary, and I said it. Our special teams started going downhill on that game, fellas. And it's been
downhill all year.
It's not been back on track at all. But that was the worst. That was the worst that they have been in that Jets game, and it's been downhill from there with the special teams. So,
and he hit on it. He's saying who. I don't think it's a knock on the players that are out there, like Larvadan or whatever. But he's like, who are these? It's just always somebody randoms out there.
There's not a stable returner. And there's not on punts, and there's not a stable guy on kickoff.
Sometimes they put Jerome Ford back on kickoffs, and it's it's just very random, and the coverage has been awful.
Right.
I've seen people calling for Bubba to get fired, but that's just kind of a random firing in the middle of the season.
I mean, at this point on a kickoff, kick it out of just kick it out of the end zone, man. Why even risk it right now? Because you're playing so bad. Why are we even letting these guys on the opposite return kicks? Why would you got the leg, bro? Throw it out of there. Get it.
We don't want to give them the ball to 35.
At this point, Mike, does it really matter? Because
I know you're right. Because we're giving it to them at the 50. You're right.
Well, they're running them back. Yeah, they're running them back to 40, 50 yards, or they're taking it to the house. You got to take what you can take, man. I would tell them, hey, man, you just kick it out.
Yeah, with that comment that she just dropped, it's pretty much everything would have. Like, we got to do everything right if we want to have a chance to win this one. Nothing can go wrong.
Real quick, wide receiver Isaiah Bond last week had 4 targets with 2 receptions for 89 yards. Is that our new deep threat? It's got to be, right? I mean, he's the only one that could catch the ball besides Fannin, and he's the fastest guy on the team. So you utilize that tomorrow against the Bills secondary. We could have a pretty decent game, I'm hoping. Tight end Harold Fannin, 14 targets last week, 7 receptions, 48 yards, and he's only 1 reception to break his rookie record in a season with 66 catches currently. And that's shared with Kevin Johnson from 1999. As of right now, he has 667 yards, 10.1 yards per catch, 4 touchdowns on a year. The kid's elite, the bow-legged kid from Bowling Green.
Yeah, the duck foot, man. He's got, and I said, we were talked about this when we were watching him coming up on draft, and we were checking guys out. And then you watch some of his footage, and he's not pigeon-toed in, he's out. Okay, so I say when you're running routes like that and you do something, when people are watching and the defender's watching your legs and your feet and they're watching everything, they're like, what is this dude doing? And then when you hit the guy, you better pack a lunch, bring about 4 or 5 of your buddies, because he's not going down. I think I'm a big fan of Harold Houdini Jr., as I'm calling him. So keep on doing you.
I appreciate Harold Fannin. He's great. I love him. But let me say this about Harold Fannin and the Browns and tight ends and our love of catching tight ends here in Cleveland. A catching tight end being your main target in is the same to me as in baseball having your cleanup hitter be your shortstop or your catcher. It is for teams that either can't develop their players correctly or teams that don't spend the money on the positions properly. It is so cool that Harold Fannin is going to set this record and he's doing all this stuff, right? And it's like, but he shouldn't be the one doing it.
Like he's
Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs.
How bad?
But when they were winning, who was the main wide receiver? He's down in Miami right now.
We're talking tight ends.
Yeah, he wasn't the main focus.
Fannin's the only option that we have.
I'm saying is Fannin is the only option. He has to do it. Like in basketball, right? Ricky Davis at one point in time was the leading scorer of the Cavs, but he sucked. But he was the only guy somebody on the team had to score. Somebody on this team has to catch the ball. We have to stop this team. We have to the Browns. The Browns suck, and so they constantly the emergency guy, the outlet guy is your tight end. So we constantly have these tight ends that we love, Cameron and Fannin and Njoku, because these guys are the last check down guys that we dump the ball off to, and so they lead the league, or they lead the team in receptions. No team that wins other than when you have a Kelce, right?
Well, I tell you what, if you go out there and you got a line, an actual good line, and you do some double tight end sets, then to establish a running game, then these tight ends open up, because now you're opening up blocks. Then you're opening up like, hey, are they running it? Now we got to worry about a target like Fannin.
Wide receivers open up.
Chipping and getting open. Why is Fannin getting a lot of targets? You are right, because you know what? Because he's getting open.
He's
a check down guy.
And he's also like the check down in the.
He's not going to throw it to him, Gary, if he's not getting open. And he gets open. It's proofs in the pudding.
But it's not proof in the pudding. Look at how many. How many targets that he has, though. Look at receptions versus targets.
Okay,
what I'm saying is that
he's not getting open.
He's not getting open,
but he's got the most receptions. So you don't even make sense, bro.
This is what the Browns want. The Browns want us.
He's getting open. He's catching the football and getting open. They're not throwing it to him when he's not open.
They are throwing it to him when he's not open, though.
He's catching footballs, bro, and that's what we need. So
we need wide receivers catching footballs. You're taking a tight end, and we're lining him up as a wide receiver.
I wanted to see that. I even said when we picked him up, I said, you can line this kid out on the wide out. Why would you not use that?
No, winning teams don't do that, though.
Who you're talking about? The Browns, Gary. We're not winning right now, so we'll take anything we can get, bud. I mean,
so answer your question, Mike. Isaiah Bond is our
Gary. I love it.
Yeah. That was the question. Is Isaiah Bond?
Yeah, it was Isaiah Bond. He's doing great. I like to see more of him too.
Yeah.
From a kid that was not even drafted because of, again, legal issues at the time, we brought him here, and he came in. What was it, week 3 or 4? I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was early.
I can't remember right off the top of my head, but yeah, he came in a little earlier on the season, and you didn't see much right away. But now you're starting to see glimpses of what his possibilities are. I mean, the kid he's the fastest guy on the team, hands down.
Yeah,
in the wide receiver room.
Yeah.
Now, could he? I guess my next question is: can he step up next year and be a wide receiver 1 for this team?
What's his stature? That's where I'm about to go with this, because what we don't have are big. You need a big physical receiver here. This is AFC North here. Okay, you need a big guy. You need somebody 6'2", 6'3", 230, 240 pounds. You need a big dude. 215, 5'11". Now, I'm not taking nothing away from short wide receivers. Those guys are used in special situations. Okay, that's your slot guy. You need good slot, quick guys to get open. That's how you get first downs. That's how you convert some of these third downs. But we need bigger, taller, beefier wide receivers that can catch the football. We don't have
beefier. You're going to lose speed.
Well, Tyreek Hill's like the only one.
Mike, I'll take over speed. That's why you have the slot guy, though. So I'll take my speed there. But I want a sure-handed guy that's going to pick me up 5-8 yards every time he catches the ball. We're doing math here, you know.
That's why I don't think Isaiah Bond's ever going to be the dude that has 8 to 12 catches a game, and it's like
he's a slot guy.
Yeah, but I don't like the only examples I can think of to say otherwise would be Tyreek Hill or even Antonio Brown, like when he was with Pittsburgh, and Mahomes and Roethlisberger both threw great deep balls like Sanders does, that. I mean, I don't know if he'll ever again. I don't think he's getting 10 catches a game, but he could be a guy that gets 4 catches for 90 yards because one of them's a 50-yard TD.
Yeah, your slot guys are crucial pieces of your chessboard. They really are, man. They like Larvidan. He's fast too. He's good. I'm not a big fan of jet sweeps or them little bubble screens, but you can put them guys in motion. And they're a fast target you got to worry about. I like that, but you have to have some bigger receivers out there on the outsides, man.
Tyson or Carnell Tate.
Well, we had Porsche. I liked Porsche. Small, quick. The Browns didn't utilize him enough. You know, kid could catch the ball, but you didn't throw it to him.
You know what we need is Braylon Edwards.
2 weeks in a row.
When you say Braylon Edwards, man, all I think about is it was Braylon Edwards. It was Braylon Edwards and Charlie Fry, and they were doing a McDonald's commercial, pulling up to the drive-thru, getting French fries or something. That's all I think about when I hear.
I've never seen Gary so happy until Logan says Braylon Edwards 2 weeks in a row, and Gary just smiles like a kid on Christmas.
It wasn't. It's not even. I texted immediately as soon as that last show ended. When someone asks me for my favorite Browns player, I freak out because it's I don't know. I love them all. I hate them all. But it's Josh Cribbs is definitely, because I went to Kent State. So Josh Cribbs is definitely 1. Braylon Edwards 1B.
Yeah, forever for me, it's forever 21, and that's Eric Metcalf. I always liked watching him run as a kid. That was just he was just nasty. The Swiss Army knife.
The good players, man.
When they said Swiss Army knife, I think of that. But that terminology wasn't there then. He was that guy though. I mean, he was doing everything. He's doing everything. All purpose man. You know what I'm saying? And I just like his style. I mean, everybody always does. And I'm sure he's tired of hearing it. I'm sure he didn't want to go up the middle every time either. I'm sure he went in the huddles a few times like, come on, coach, not again, because people started getting hip to that. Delayed handoff up the middle, Something too, man. I am so sick of our Browns this season running on every first down. Every time. Every time.
That's what I want to change. Predictability is
every time, Mike. I'm watching this, man. I'm like, running the ball. First down.
it's right up the
running
middle.
The ball.
It's always
first
right
down.
up the middle.
Running the ball.
Said
first
that
down.
Mike Tomlin said that our offense chews with their mouth closed. It was like Isaiah Bond actually is kind of changing that, like to bring that back up. Like now we at least are hitting some of these deep balls, but it was like, dude, those Gabriel games, man, like it was run, screen past the Fannin, punt, run, screen past the Fannin, punt, and it is just predictable.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what I don't want to look forward to next year at all.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah.
The Bills are 4-3 away this year. They lost 4, won 3. They actually won in New England last week. It was a close game, but they won. And they're on a 3-game winning streak now. But could this game tomorrow be a trap game for them?
I think it could have been until you guys said that they actually have something on the line. Like those trap games usually happen if they've secured their division or something, like they don't really have much to play for. But if they have to win this, it could be, though. I'm starting to talk myself into the Browns winning.
For some reason, like last night when I was doing the show notes, I'm like, man, and all the score predictions and everything, and I made that thing. I'm like, dude, we're going to win this game.
That's right. I was going to text you and say, change mine, keep the same score, 24-14. Flip it, though, to the Browns are going to take this one home.
Yeah, that's
crazy. That's what being a Browns fan is, man. You talk yourself into this crazy stuff, and then your heart's broken. You know what I mean? At the end of it, and then you go, "Oh, the Browns," and it's like, dude, you knew at the beginning.
Yeah, you just talk.
You know what I mean? Dude, she sleeps with your friends every night. She goes to the bar without you, and then you're like, "Why did she bang my friends?" You knew she was going to do it.
Did she have a bag on her head? I'm sorry.
Oh man, dude.
This is gonna be it for the season, man. All I wanted was more than 3 this season. I just don't see it happening. So this is where I'm at.
That sucks, dude. Like that it's like, can we win more than 3 games?
Yeah, this is where I'm at with it.
It's just Seattle. Sorry guys. I'm not used to like staying on topic, but
me neither.
The Seattle game, the Thursday night game. Like if you just watch 2 good teams play football, it's crazy. The game that they just had with the Rams. It's wild when you watch like these competent teams play. Like they're scoring touchdowns, they're throwing the ball and running it too. It's crazy.
Some of them almost make it look effortless, and we just make it look like a college team playing an NFL team.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
I really feel for you guys that spend your hard-earned money. You work hard for these season tickets, and we keep getting this product out there.
Yeah,
that's devastating.
That's
just and it shows you still got heart. Can they go find somebody to turn this around? I think so. And it ain't Kevin.
And it starts tomorrow. We're turning it around, and it's going to start tomorrow.
I hope so. I hope so. I think from here on out, every Monday is going to look like this for me on the way out of this season.
I mean, this is December. It's Christmas time in Cleveland, man. The Cavs are sliding. The Guardians haven't signed anybody in free agency, and the Browns might not win 4 games.
Yeah, we got Bills, Steelers, Bengals left.
Yeah.
Okay, and we got to play Cincinnati at home. Everybody might go, well, we might have a chance with that. Well, we had a chance at the Jets. We should have had a chance with the Titans. What makes you think you're going to go beat Cincinnati?
Burrow's going to change his mind.
What makes you think you're going to go beat Pittsburgh? What makes you think you're going to go beat the Bills?
Yeah,
I'm being realistic, fellas. I love my Browns, but right now this is where I'm at. That's it. This is where I'm at.
But that was your offensive game plan, brought to you by Doug White, Allstate Insurance Agency. Give Doug White a call, and he'll take a bag off your head.
They should give those out down there at the stadium. You mentioned bearded Browns. Everybody gets 1 free bag for their head.
Yeah, we'll see.
And the only way you get it off is if you go to Lego Heads out in Berea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get yourself a clean cut from Marlin.
Once we get it off, then it's we go to get the original hoagies so you can eat again now that the bag's off your head.
Yeah. What is that? Depression eating, they call that, I believe.
Yeah. Get a huggy.
Yeah.
That brings us.
Go ahead, Mike.
That just brings us to our defensive game plan.
Pray.
Yes, there you go. I like that.
Yeah.
That's got to be it, right? You just pray, because the last two games for the defense have not been good at all, especially with the run game. Josh Allen against the Pats last week threw for 193 yards, 3 touchdowns, 123-point rate. He had 3 touchdown games back to back. So the last 2 games he threw for 2 touchdowns. People to look out for are tight end Dawson Knox, 4 targets with 3 receptions for 37 yards, 2 touchdowns. He utilizes that guy more. He'll probably utilize him more tomorrow than he would have against the Patriots. And then you got wide receiver Khalil Shakur, had 5 targets, 5 receptions for 65 yards. It's Josh Allen, guys.
Yeah, they're deadly in the red zone.
They're definitely does.
He can run it in too. Like
and when your special teams give teams like that a short field, that's when you have blowouts.
That's nice kick return to the 50, and then 3 strikes by Allen, and they're in the end zone.
It's almost like old school Tecmo Bowl, bro. You just drop Allen back, let him throw a 50-yard bomb, and then you're already at the halfway point. So there you go. You know, Gary, I can't wait to hear your prediction, because it's got to be like 1,052 to minus 50.
That's what I said when I was on the phone.
Because I mean, like the fellas is being, being realistic here. It's the Bills. They're playing to be in these playoffs, so they're good. They're a good team.
If we shut I think what was it, Sheed on YouTube mentioned earlier, like everything has to go perfect.
Yeah.
James Cook cannot do what Tony Pollard did a couple weeks ago, and like as soon as if James Cook gets going, we're done.
Yeah, and they're like I said, the Bills are leading the league right now. Quote me if I'm wrong, but I see a number 1 rushing, and they're averaging 158.5 yards a game. So that's what they do. You know, seems like they're a rush heavy, and then throw all day on you. They're going to establish the run. They're going to want to punch you in the mouth first. I guarantee you, because they've seen why. Malik Collins is out. I hate to go back and revert back to that, but why would you not attack a team like that that's already hurting up front and they lost one of their valuable players? That's where you want to put the dagger at. Start there.
That's what I'm imagining, like a 6 or 7 minute drive just at the start of the game where they just wear it down, a lot of runs, maybe a Dawson Knox touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just sets the tone that they're there to play.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, they scored. They put 35 on the Patriots. Yeah, the Patriots went 8 for 14 on 3rd down, 5 for 6 in the red zone. You guys are gonna, man. They score a lot of points. That goes without saying.
Not tomorrow.
My shirt says we almost always almost win, and we can't even do that this season. We couldn't do it last season. It's unwatchable football. I turned off the San Francisco game after halftime, probably 2 minutes after halftime. Turnovers, the kick returns. I was done, dude. I'm like, I got dishes to take care of. I got a house to clean up. That was the one game where I actually turned it off and did not care what was going on.
I did like that cover of Iris, or the parody of Iris for the Bears game. I had that one written by halftime.
They make it easy, brother. They make it easy, brother.
I wrote 2 versions. I wrote one. Yeah, I said like in the one I released that Miles has got some more sacks. I recorded that. And then by halftime he had 1 sack. So then I also recorded one that just said he got another sack. And then I didn't need to change a word because they turned into a blowout.
I would like to do, further down the line. I go in for a hand surgery on Monday. I had a left hand done, thumb problems. I play guitar. I haven't been playing guitar a lot. I've been having a lot of joint problems in my thumb. So I'm getting my right hand worked on, which is a 4 to 5 month recovery. But I want to get back to playing guitar, and I want to hook up with you, and we're going to jam, dude. I'm down. Mike plays drums. Gary, what do you do?
Skin flute.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. We're looking for the guy, and I already told these guys you're probably going to be lead skin flutist. So
Sam's going to have hand surgery. He's going to need your help.
Sam, what? Hey, if you need help, man, I know Sam injured himself from standing up too fast on that thumb.
Yeah, right. I slipped on Jello. I slipped on the Jello and I bent my thumb back. But
right, so we're not swearing this episode though.
No.
Yeah.
You'll never hear another swear word on this podcast.
Yeah.
We're walking the line.
Yeah.
I walk the line. Yeah. So what else we got, boys? Are we towards the end? So I can lay something down on you on some boxing.
Yeah, I got two more things to run through here real quick.
Right.
Obviously, the Browns are going to know that we got to be aware of Allen's feet. He ran for 48 yards last week, but two sacks. So, I mean, he's on average to take two again, hopefully. James Cook against the Patriots had 22 attempts for 107 yards, averaging 4.9 a carry with 2 touchdowns. He has had over 100-plus yards in his last 3 or 4 games. And the Browns have given up 26 points in the last 3 games.
Struggling, struggle bus.
We've been struggling with the run game the last 2 games, and everybody notices that, so they're going to walk all over us, I believe. But since we've had a show now, we've all apparently have changed our score predictions. So, well, except Gary. This is just going to get more obscene. That's all. Yeah, that's really it. Sam, what did you got for us?
Jake Paul goes down in the 6th round from Anthony Joshua and broke his jaw in 2 places. Anthony Joshua putting down Jake Paul in the 6th round, knockout. Jake Paul got hit, and he looked like he did the Ric Flair. Whoa. And that jaw was done, bro. It was done. He did make a paycheck, and everyone, well, he makes his paycheck. That's good. I just I don't care. I'm glad he got his job, bro. I'm tired of it. It's all a money grab. And then people were asking when they had the big Tyson thing, I thought Tyson was going to teach him a lesson, but obviously Tyson had a hold back. People were like, why is Tyson biting his gloves? You want to know why? Every time he bit his glove, he could have put that kid to sleep. So count how many times that he was biting his glove, because Mike had to pull back. Mike, there's tons of times. Every time Mike bit his glove, Jake Paul would have had a broken jaw.
Well, there was something I had planned for this, and I was going to say I don't trust the guy with 2 first names.
Yeah, but the other guy
I looked down at Logan Bruce's name. I was like,
that's that. I got to wake up this morning and I got to see that highlight, and I'm like, yes.
If we're doing shout outs there, I want to also shout out 50-year-old Anderson Silva coming out there and knocking out Tyron Woodley last night as well.
Nice.
Right in the same. It was in the same.
Same card.
Match. Yeah, same card.
Same card. 50 years old, man, going out there.
Man, he was a beast back in the day.
Yeah, man, I'm 45. I can't knock out a 2-liter of Pepsi.
I think you probably
can.
Yeah.
That's probably how I got here. I knocked out a few of them.
And 2 bags of chips. You got that.
Yeah, that's right. And a pizza.
And a pizza.
Oh, man. Sam,
okay.
let's do some score predictions. Brought to you guys by Cleveland Ketchup. Go to clevelandketchup.com. Use our code BEARDED for 10% off your order. It's Christmas time. Get some ketchup. That's not just ketchup. It's mustard, mayonnaise, chips. Get it all there. Try it out. It's good stuff. But and as well, let us know your score predictions in the chat. Go ahead, Sam.
Oh, okay. Didn't you? I thought you had a graphic.
Oh, no, I didn't pull that up because I'm an idiot.
Oh, that was tight, bro. You sent it to me last night. I'm like, that is awesome. That looks so dope. Now you don't have it.
No, I can get it.
Yeah, we're going to get the score predictions, man. That was pretty sweet. I'll go ahead and announce them, and then you can throw it up there, Mike. Is that cool?
Sure.
Or you want me to wait? Or would you like? Okay. Score predictions this week's game. Mike is going 28-16. Bills with the dub. Angels coming in at 31-3. Josh Allen looking like all day putting up points from Angel there. Chad, 31-13. Bills with the W. Myself, I'm going 30-14 Bills. Gary's got 35-14 Bills.
Oh no. I put Browns 432,932. Bills -2.
There's Gary's prediction. Logan's going Bills 24, Browns 13, but Logan did say let's flip-flop that. He's having something going on and it's hitting him, and he thinks it's going to be flip-flop. So Logan's going to go 24 Browns and 13 Bills.
Now that we've had the show, is there anything that wants to be changed by anybody?
No. I think I'm on the low side of that 30. After what the Patriots did to us, the Bears did to us, it could be a 40. It could be that 3 could be a 4.
Yeah, and I think change comes from the inside, guys, and it only happens when you really, truly want to change. And that's the advice I'm going to give to the Browns.
Yeah.
You know,
so if you don't want to, keep Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have any more 40 here. Realistically, this could be 45-7.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, it's not
by halftime.
Fathomable.
Yeah.
By halftime.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, it's been great, fellas. It's been a good morning. A lot of good topic. I'm liking the show. Like you said, our addition down here to our guy Logan. Glad to have you on, man. I like watching, doing what you do. We share a common buddy in us, Rick Amador, and that's how we kind of got linked up. And we're looking for more things from all this, man. Let's just weather this storm of a season, fellas, man. And I'll take any dub we can get, but it's not looking too good for us. I
really don't want a dub.
Yeah, our ship's got a lot of holes in it. You know, it's just kind of sinking.
If we win, the sad spin I can put on is our draft pick got worse for my next song. So even if we win, it's a bad thing.
Yeah, that's the Browns. That's the Browns just browsing.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man, we're all just barnacle brothers sinking on the same ship, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Logan, maybe we can do man, I'd love to too. We'll do a Kevin thing because I'm ready I'm ready to unload on that.
Yeah. All right. Get that hand better.
He'll be ready by draft day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, real quick too, all you nerds out there that are doing mock drafts for next season, please stop. Can we let this season finish first?
No,
it's ridiculous.
Don't stop. Send them to me.
It's so stupid, bro. It's like
everybody send them
maybe this guy, maybe this guy. Stop being such a nerd, bro. Let the season finish first, okay? Quit being such a nerd. And I don't care who's doing it. I think Angel's throwing them out there. It's ridiculous. I'm seeing all these mock drafts from all these people and other podcasts. Dude, get a life. Let's finish the season first. Finish the season first, and then let's talk about let's let the college championships be over first. Let's let that just be done first. Can we get through that?
My Facebook is Gary Lee Fair. I will be posting Sam's home address here shortly, where you can send your mock drafts with a Christmas card to Sam Lacavera III.
Yeah. So make sure next week, we'll do a mock draft live on the show.
Yeah, cool. Bring them in. I need a lot of fuel for fire, so bring those in so I can laugh at you. Make sure you put your name on there. You know, you don't have to put your address on there because then I'm gonna have to come out in front of your house and laugh at you and honk my horn a bunch of times. Go nerd. So stop doing that, please. It's annoying to me.
All right, guys, in the show notes for next week, we're gonna all do a mock draft. Come on, we have to do it now.
We have to do a mock draft now.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'll send you guys all a link. And send them my way. We'll post them next week.
I'm gonna be
really aggressively mad right now.
My hand's gonna be in a sling. I go for my surgery on Monday. I gotta be there 6:30 in the morning. I had the left one done, so I kind of already know how this is gonna work out. So my hand's gonna be in a sling. I will be ready to do Saturday's show no matter what. But if you guys are doing mock drafts, I'll chime in later. Or you can set me aside because I'm not even. I can't.
No, Sam, you have to come in with a mock draft and you have to type.
I just can't. That's
he's
how
gonna
I
be all
type
hopped
anyway,
up on
Gary.
Painkillers, dude. He's gonna
That's
do
how I
what?
type anyway, Gary. I can't, man. I ain't no
every
good.
pick for every team is Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, there you go.
Browns first overall, Braylon Edwards.
I knew that was a watch.
Damn it!
I called that Manziel thing. I said as soon as that kid got picked and he came up there doing this, it had problem. I said it. I said problem all over that kid already. I already don't like him because of that already.
With the first overall pick in the draft, the Browns take the University of Michigan.
Sharon Moore as the head coach.
Yeah, Sharon Moore.
Yeah. Hey, that's the people we bring in. We like guys with haunted pasts and trouble with the law. So yeah,
maybe Belichick will come here and hire Sharon as one of his assistants, and see how that goes.
Yeah, then him and Gary and his young girlfriends commonly thing. You guys could do that. You guys can have a little party together. We'll call it the Fair Files.
Cut it. Fair Files.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the Bearded Browns podcast for this week. We'll be back we'll be back on Tuesday, and then also next Saturday. Make sure that you like and subscribe and share and do all the good things. That was my way of getting out of that one, buddy.
And a huge shout out to Kenny Mac for joining us today.
Yes,
absolutely.
It was fun. Awesome.
And check out Logan Bruce's music.
Oh yeah, there we go.
No relation to Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, yeah. You earned your $5 for throwing that shout out there, so I'll send it to you after this.
Nice. Or Bruce. No relation to Bruce either.
Yeah.
And if you're getting hungry for game day, I suggest getting to the Original Steak and Hoagies. I stopped by Friday. I went to the Grayton Road location, got a bunch of grub for me and the wife. It was really good. I go in there next time. I'm going to take a shot at that chicken sandwich they have on their menu now, and it's called, I'm going to say it, Badass Burger, because that's the name of it. So,
and if you have it,
I'm going to try. I want to try that next too, because it's a real deal sub. I'm not just saying that because we're in cahoots with these guys. It's good food. I like it, So
even Braylon Edwards thinks it's good food.
You just can't hold on to the burger long enough to eat
it. You said it. That's your guy. You said it.
And if you're out in Strongsville, Angel has, I think, moved into that one out there. So say hello.
Right. Good stuff.
It's Middleburg.
Middleburg. Okay, yeah, the one in Middleburg. Angel's moved his address out there. Yeah, the whole.
All right. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. We will be live this Tuesday, 7:30. Like, subscribe, share, and we will see you all then. Thank
Dog check.